Hi, welcome back. It's Laura at Hyperstamper, and Lacey, she won't move. I've tried. She just keeps jumping back. So she's going to help me with this video. I just did a antique book haul from my road trip. I videoed yesterday of all of my finds, and this was the first one that I made into a journal. It took me less than 12 hours to rip this open and get started. So let me show you this beautiful book from 1912. 13, I believe, The Girl of the Golden West. It is a wonderful book. It's all still intact with the spine in the back, with this lovely image of the girl with the hat on here and her braided hair and the rope lasso. It's fabulous, and I love how worn it is. I've never seen this cover before, and I'm in love with it. I just did some simple ribbons to match and some vintage crochet down the sides here. Excuse me, Lacey. The original first page is in the inscription here in the book, and I did some clusters here. There's the date down here, 1913. And this is a plate from a bookkeeping school book here, and a 1934 Paris, France almanac. And of course, before I go on, this will be in Etsy momentarily. It's hyperstamper.etsy.com, Lacey. And that'll be for sale shortly. And everything in here, every single piece of ephemera, every insert is authentic, antique, and vintage ephemera. I don't use any copies, digitals, purchased items, commercial paper, nothing. It's all my personal collection. This here is from Board Under Glass. That was a graduating class in 1951. Look at the wonderful bouffant hairdos. Oh, I love it. And the handsome fellas. Wow. So journaling tag, you can journal on the back there. Really fun French page here from this almanac from 90 years ago. Here's a wonderful antique postcard from Liverpool. And this is early 1900s. As you can see, it's horse and buggy, which is very telling of the time. Just put some antique paper here for extra journaling space. 1930s children's book page, and a great little hidden journaling spot here on my corner pocket. And look at this beautiful piece here from 1915. Look at that. New designs for home worker. All these little children's outfits, just the best. It's just, you can make collages with this or just keep it because it's so precious. And all this is mounted on top of an history book page from the People's Book of History from 1859. This is just a really pretty inside front page of a book. It's got the original inscription there from the owner, Keith. And then another hidden journaling spot up here, vintage recipe card. This is from a vintage Monopoly game from the 1940s. And this is Ventnor Avenue. So I just thought that's a fun little thing. And here it is. I had this in my video yesterday, and I got some emails about it if I would sell them individually. The answer is no. They go straight into my journals. Look at that. Queen Bess. And these are little pins here. These are the small pins. And this one here is one of the only ones that they were all in the collection. So that's getting tucked right in here. It's precious. Be careful. It's got the sharp little pin ends. And this is one of my many Pearl Shop receipts from 1950s. I still have lots of those to share with you. A beautiful little 1905 botanical book page. And another recipe book page. And this here is a great magazine page. Let me pull it out here. And this is from Family Circle. Great ads, full color, wonderful, 1956. Amazing, right? Almost 70 years old. Tuck that back in there. And then this is a fun little children's book page from the early 1920s. Journaling spot on the back of that as well. This was the inside page as well of another book, and I just really, really liked the graphic. It was a do-it-yourself book, and then you can journal on the back of that. And this is a handwritten research paper, and the date on this, I believe, is December 17, 1884. Pretty cool. Another fun cluster up here with all my antique paper scraps. This is a hand-colored page from 1856 again, and I think that is very, very special. If you own this journal, you can get a really good look at how they do that. It's a really cool process, and if anybody wants me to explain it, I'm happy to. This is a plate from 1904. Absolutely gorgeous plate there. And then in this little pocket here, I put another children's book page that I turned into a double pocket. Got a recipe card empty here, and then a recipe card here that is vintage with a lemon mellow recipe. So go ahead and make it. Why not, right? Have some fun with your inserts. These take the test of time very well. Another vintage Monopoly money there just for fun. Here is a plate. Isn't that beautiful? St. Bride's Parish Church. And then this one here is a color plate, the Island of Canna from a British book. I love those plates so much. And you can journal on the back. That's why I include those. This is a vintage book page here that I turned into a little pocket, and this is from 1884, and I didn't do anything with it because it's got a precious poem on the back, and it's just a really cool little school book page. Look at that. So whoever owns this journal can have a lot of fun thinking of what they could do with that precious piece. This is one of my 1903 Beatrix Potter plates, and this is from Miss Moppet. Sweet, sweet book. And this antique book page here says Happy Days. So I made a pocket out of it, a double pocket. This is from the 1930s. This is a student's note, and you can see with the red ink that they did, the teacher did a lot of corrections. The student did not do a good job on that paper. It was really interesting. 1937. January 3rd and 4th. Again, if you want me to change any of the dates out on things that are in my journal, just ask, and if I can, I absolutely will, free of charge. Got some Glee instruction book pages there. This is a hand-typed research page on a newspaper article from 1888. Little window pane journaling spot there. And this is the cover of a song sheet music piece. Meet Mr. Callahan. Excuse me, Lacey. And on the back as well. And then in this little 1930s pocket here, I got 4 beautiful international stamps in this vintage glassine and a token. And I believe that's, oh, it's a highway token. That's pretty cool. So that's pretty cool. That's very old. And then I've got this wonderful piece here. And this is also extremely old. This one is from 1926, well, almost 100 years old. The delineator, we've got some, oh sorry Lacey, some great advertisements here. And on the back, just really fun. Here comes the bride, introduction to Sally. Lots of fun reading there, quite historic for what you're getting. These are super reasonably priced. If you go to my Etsy shop, you'll see that as well. Very old sewing sheets, beautiful vintage, it's actually a pillowcase that somebody embroidered on. This is how they printed books and newspapers. One of my favorite things to show off, because I'm endlessly fascinated by how they made books back in the day. This is from 1904, woodworking, another 1930s children's book. Just a really fun little graphic there from a French book. It's a wonderful plate from, I want to say 1907. So I'm going to. No, I'm right. Okay. And this is from 1953, Brock's milk receipt. And then a little vintage pocket there as well. Nature's Forethought paper here from the 30s. Vintage botanical page. Bird study page. Handbook of Nature. Children's book page. 1898. Sunday reading for the young. Lovely center plate there. Just some family fun there from the 30s. And beautiful little bird page here from the 1930s bird study book. This is a wonderful little piece. I literally got it like this in a lot of old papers, and it's My Dearest Marine. It's actually the beginning of a love letter, so it's really sweet. Somebody was practicing their typing on that. And this is the last page of the original book. Look at the burnt pages on there. Isn't that wonderful? So I hope you like it as much as I liked making it. So Lacey and I say thank you for watching, and we hope you come back soon. Bye for now.